The Salesforce Connector Tool allows communication between BPA Platform and Salesforce. This enables efficient integration between Salesforce and your other business systems. The Salesforce tool comes as a pack. This tool pack consists of the Salesforce Connector, which is used to communicate with the Salesforce API. It must be installed on the BPA Platform server and on any BPA Platform client machines. This provides the translation between the BPA Platform data and the Salesforce objects and operations. The second tool in this pack is the Salesforce Event Agent. This is a web service receiving workflow events from Salesforce and writing them to a database. These events can then be used by BPA Platform steps for processing. The Salesforce Connector Tool has two elements: the Global Configuration and the Integration Tool. The following video is a brief overview of how the Salesforce Connector Tool functions. To create this in your own environment, you will need access to Salesforce. In this example, we are using a trial version. This can be obtained here. A configured database. In this example, we are connecting to Sage 200. You can use any database that has the appropriate drivers and is accessible to BPA Platform. You will also need the Convert Record Set to XML tool, as the Salesforce Connector uses XML as its input. The global configuration for this tool is used to create the connection to the Salesforce server. You access the global tool settings via System, Tools, Skit, Salesforce Connector. Here is the global configuration pane. This will list all your created connections to Salesforce. We can add, edit, and remove these. Additionally, there is an extended logging feature. Enabling this option exposes the XML parsed between the Salesforce Connector and Salesforce. Without extended logging, the event log only contains start and end of transaction messages and errors. Let's create a new connection and click the Add button. Type a meaningful connection name. This is the name displayed in the Step Connection tab. Enter the credentials of the Salesforce user that has permission to access the API. These details are username, password, and security token. The license pane gives you the details of the current tool license. If you are performing this for the first time, you can register your license by clicking Enter New and then locating and opening the license file located on your system. For more information on licensing, please contact your BPA Platform partner. You can choose whether to encode ASCII-compatible characters in the XML passed between BPA Platform and Salesforce. Select Use HTML encoding to enable this recommended setting. Select UAT if the instance of Salesforce you are using is a test or sandbox version. This changes the URL the Salesforce Connector Tool uses to access Salesforce. Use the Test Connection button to ensure the Salesforce Connector can access Salesforce correctly. The Update Objects and Operations option allows the Salesforce schema within BPA Platform to be refreshed every time an update is made in Salesforce. Click OK and click OK again to close. We will begin with a minimal task consisting of a database query and Convert Record Set to XML step. The database query is obtaining account details from Sage 200, and the Convert Record Set to XML step is taking the output of the query and converting this to the compatible input format for the Salesforce connector. OK, in the browser, in the Tools list, let's drag in a Salesforce connector. In the General tab, you can type a meaningful name and description. The Data Source pane is used to define whether this step uses data from a previous step or uses variables in place of the XML objects fields. You also have the ability to define custom schemas. The Connection tab relates the tool instance to the global connection we defined earlier. The Mapping tab defines links between incoming XML in the left pane and the outgoing data that is sent to Salesforce on the right. In the Object dropdown, you can choose all the available objects from Salesforce. For a detailed list of Salesforce objects, please view the white paper on our website. And on the right, we can select the related operations, as shown here. Once we have selected our object, we can expand the elements in the Design tab and map them. You create the links by clicking and dragging the Data Sources field on the left onto its corresponding tool input data field on the right. Note that only linked fields are used in the output XML. Next, on the Advanced Translations XSLT tab, it shows the XSLT generated for the links created for the object and operation. You can also enable free type mode to directly edit the XSLT. Moving on to the Options tab, this allows you to set how the task will handle errors and if the step is aborted. The Salesforce Connector tool forms part of your automated business process that can include error handling for every call made to the Salesforce API. And that's it for this BPA Platform Tool Overview video. Call us for further information or visit codelessplatforms.com. Thanks for watching.